Welcome to week 3, day 1. Can you believe it? It's going so fast. You know, that's actually one of the topics today is how to get into that flow state and really life management. And we started talking about a little bit clearing and simplifying and decluttering your mind last week. But today we're going to take it even to the next level. We're going to talk about how to organize your life, because if you do practice consciously, you can organize your life around what matters most to you. But there's definitely a flow. Like the evening before, does that affect your next day? You bet. Does the morning that you start the day affect your day? You bet. And so we're going to talk about that flow, that natural flow of life. And time is not linear. It's cyclical. It goes around and around and around, and it's connected moment by moment. So what we're going to talk about is these routines, is how do you get into flow? You know, you can actually practice to get really good at being into flow. And I talked a little bit about the morning routine. You know, I'm going to share with you kind of a couple things I do. These may not be perfect for you. These are just recommendations. The concept is create a morning routine, manage your day with intention, and then create an evening routine. And that will keep you, your family, your life, your business in flow. So for me, in the morning, first thing I do, even before I get out of bed, is I do meditation. I go right into my app and I start doing a couple meditations. I set my intentions for the day, and I do my Wim Hof breathing exercise. Then I jump in and I do my fitness. I do my stretching and my workouts. That gets my day off to a good start. I have breakfast. I'm on a roll. I've already kind of felt like I've accomplished some really good stuff. The other thing I want to talk about is creating space. I mentioned this the other day, but here's an example of my calendar. I always leave 15 minutes in between appointments so I can catch my breath, do a little debrief, have a fueling, get ready for the next one. I don't like stacking myself back to back. The other thing I like to do is every 60 minutes, I like to have a break so I can stand up and move. I like to be able to keep my body moving, because we talked about structural integrity. The other thing about traveling, if I'm going out to the field and I have an event or I have a meeting, I want to make sure that I put my travel in my calendar, block it off, whatever it is, half hour, 45 minutes, so that coaches don't book time in there, because I have my calendar, so people are booking time. And if I'm just getting out of a meeting and they book a meeting with me, I'm stressed out and I'm not present for them. So I really need to give myself that space in between my calendar, and I book it that way intentionally. So you can see here that after I do my day, I've got a lot of space in between, but a lot of structure. The weekly routines, you know, the weekly calls that are every Wednesday night and Monday night, those are reoccurring calendar events on my calendar, so I can plan for them. And again, I can get into flow. I get into a rhythm. It's all about rhythm. Now, my evening routine, I think there's important. Dr. A talks about the digital sunset. You know, we get cluttered. We can't sleep at night because we got too much on our brain. And I think it's important to have an evening ceremony. We're going to talk about that on another lesson on Nature's Nurse, which is sleep. But I want to talk about something that's been very, very helpful for me. And anyone who has a hard time getting to sleep because they have too much going on, I want to tell you about this mind dump concept. A mind dump is like, your brain is like a computer. The hard drive here is your long-term memory. It's a subconscious mind. It stores stuff away. It's not easy to access, but it's there. It has an incredible capacity for memory. On your computer screen, whatever on right now, that's your RAM, random access memory. It's like your short-term memory. That uses a lot of energy. So if you open up 15, 20 different programs on your computer at once, what happens? Everything slows down. Everything starts to crash, just like juggling too many balls. So the idea here is, what you want to do is you want to close those programs before you go to bed. So if you've got all this stuff on your mind, your brain is going to be constantly trying to figure it out. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing if you're trying to get a good night's sleep. So the mind dump is very simple. What you do is you get out a piece of paper and you keep that notepad either by your desk or by your nightstand, and you dump it out. You write down anything that's on your mind. If it's on your mind, get it off your mind, get it on a piece of paper. The good news is once it's on a piece of paper, it's there. You're not going to forget about it, and your brain can let go of it, okay? Second step, mark your top priorities, those 20% actions, the ones that matter the most, maybe 5 to 7 things in the order that you think you're going to do them the next day. So mark your top priorities, 1 to 7 things that you're going to do the next day. Then transfer those to a 3x5 card. So here's mine for today. Record week 3, day 1, map calls with Renee and Bonnie, celebration calls with Debbie, schedule 3-ways with Lori and Wayne, reminder calls with Dr. Decker's event, which is tomorrow, and prep for the leadership call on Friday, and my 30-minute jog at sunset. So I transfer those top priorities, those top 7 things, to my 3x5 list, and then go to bed and let your subconscious mind work on organizing and strategizing while you sleep. You get a good night's sleep, you wake up feeling good. The next day, use that 3x5 card as your priority thing and start checking them off. As you get them done, check them off. And when you do that, it gives you energy. It's like a boost of energy. It's like, yes, I got something done, and it's a priority. And then move to that other list. If you get all those top things done, it feels really good. Then you can go to the other list of things that you didn't focus on that were non-priorities, the 80% things. And then repeat that process every night. You'll notice that sometimes you'll have something that's not a priority for a while, and all of a sudden it gets to be a priority and it's on your 3x5 list, and then you get to work on it. So that's really the homework assignment this week, is to practice a mind up. Get in the habit of, at the end of the day, go through, dump out everything that's on your list, put it on a 3x5 card, and practice focusing on those top priorities, those 20% actions that make 80% of your results. You'll be blown away at how much clearer and how more focused you are. And also practice the routine of spacing time in your calendar so you're not backing it up too much that you feel stressed and anxious. All right, good luck, and we'll talk to you in the next lesson.